Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you happen to be watching. This is Frisco in Tokyo coming at you with some more uh, Little Big Planet. I know I said that we might not be doing it today, and then when did it today? I got some things I kind of feel like working on. It was a good day, and I'm actually feeling in a good mood. It's not like I'm needing serious decompression or anything like that. There was some stuff I wanted to work on, and seemed like it would be a fun thing to do, so that's what we're doing. Oh, Holly! Hunts mosquitoes with a tiny cork pop gun. Oh, that's really cute. You're always really cute, Holly. I'm glad that you're here. And you as well, Floppable. Oh, hey to you. How you doing? Hope that you are both super well. Hope that you got no particular stresses going on in life. I know that the world is the world and it be what it be, but I got my fingers crossed that it's being gentle to you. We are. What are we doing? We're doing a little bit of simple animation, and we're gonna do. I need to do a background panel, so when I put static inserts in my video, I'll have something that I can put them on. And then I think we're gonna work on a new hub for Ruiner. Am okay. Storm stress is over. Wonderful. Boyfriend's finished up fixing an old bass I've been told I can have, so I guess I'll try to learn the bass. Well, that sounds fantastic. Unless, is it now? I gotta check. Is it the bass or is it the bass? Because if you're learning a fish, is also awesome, but is very different. Oh, Alice, how you doing? Lovely to see you. It's the bass. I mean, you can. There's the Billy Bass that sings. If you wanted to do that, I'm sure that somebody could program that so that it could do some wacky stuff, be used as an instrument. Why am I in such a good mood today? I don't know. There's no particular reason why I should be in a good mood, but I am, and it's lovely. Um, need some music though. That's not gonna work. Um, See, I wish I knew what tracks that the bass is based. The bass are also based though. I wish I knew what tracks that Twitch would just like will just cut it completely, because I would like to expand the music that we have in our hub, but we I don't know how that we can do that. So bass, there are a weird number of the Bass Pro Shops in the States now. I feel like it's like Spirit Halloween, but for people who want to pretend that they're fishers, because they're like way too big to be actually serving a real fishing community. Because I'm sorry, there's not that many fishers in Auburn, New York. I would posit at least. Oh, that's kind of neat. I can fuck with that. Us! Hirunda, lovely to see you. Hope you are well. Hope the life's being kind to you. What do I want here? Why are all those tags disappearing? Don't be weird. Game, don't be weird. You don't gotta. You don't gotta be weird. I think what I want to do... I think I want to, like, expand the connectors a bit so that there'll be, like, one spot where they are alone. How's the life treating you tonight, Hirunda? The Bass Fishing Pyramid in Memphis? Yeah, but like the Bass Pro Shop is all over the States, and it's like, there's more of it than there should be. Hive, lovely to see you as well. It's been a taxing week, just been a bit of a downer. I hate that. Just as a starter, don't like that. Don't think that's great. I wish you didn't have to deal with it. Is do, if you don't want to talk about it, like you don't gotta, I'm not gonna press you on it. But if you do feel like you need to get something off your chest, you know how to get in touch with me. Is fishing big in America? I mean, it is big in America. Like, I don't want to make it sound like fishing is not a hobby, that it's done. But, like, Auburn is not a big city. And I don't know where you would fish in Auburn. I don't know if you'd want to eat anything out of the river there. Hive, wait, did I see Hive come in? Hive, lovely to see you. I hope that you are well tonight. I hope that life is not giving you any types of garbage. Doesn't Alabama have C? Wait, why has Alabama become introduced into the conversation? I feel like I've missed, I missed a notification as to how Alabama jumped in. Auburn, not the Auburn that I'm talking about. Although now I've got a better idea of like what's going on, so there's that. What? First order of business at the moment is to fill up my water bottle. I heartily endorse this. I kept Hirunda a bit of company. Okay. I mean that's good. I'm glad that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Tag, you're being weird. Tag, don't be weird. I'm glad that as a community that we can be here for each other. I think that's really cool, and it makes me very happy. I promise I'm not going to be playing with animated tags tonight, like all night, because that would suck. I actually have a completely different way that I've got this set up. I wanted to see if I could get it all on sequencer. Because the way I've got it set up right now is, honestly, it's kind of hot bullshit. Not gonna lie. It's not the best way that I could have put it together. Okay. Alright, so the eye's fully open there. I think what we need is... We've got to extend these for 2. And then we've got to take these ones first. And they would go here. I think it really doesn't like the number of tags that I've got here. I can't imagine why. Are you actually like, are you 1 long? Okay, you are 1 long. I wish they would stop blinking like that though. It's really making me nervous. D6 doesn't need to be this long. I think D6 only comes to here. And D2 comes to here. So then we grab these. Alright, so that sorts those out. Now... You are... What are you? Oh, we need the bees now. Right? Oh, I feel like I fudged this up somehow. shoot. I'm gonna have to see what this looks like. But, like, not yet. I need to actually be able to see it, game. Give me a hot second here. Eye opens. Pupil goes back to end the fourth. And then I want the eye to start to close. Okay, so that's actually... No, I think I've got it okay. So I think I just need to copy over these ones here. And that should give us the closed eye. Alright, so let's try that again. So the eye opens, starts looking left and right, then the eye closes. Sweet! That actually did work! Yatta! Alright, so then we're gonna put like a 2-space gap here. I might bring this down to 0.5 seconds. And we'll put it on the loop. And then we'll see how this whole thing looks as a full piece. And hopefully it looks pretty cool. Yeah, I can fuck with that. And it's got like loading screen vibes, but also there is an evil eyeball, as is often the case. Now let's see if we can't make these a little bit smaller. Oh fudge! No, these all got to get small at the same rate. Don't be weird, please. We can close those up. That's not a problem. That might be overly small, but we'll see. Oh, you know what? That's not so bad. It's got to go over more to the side, but I think it's close enough to the bottom of the screen that it looks about right. Yeah, I can work with this. Maybe I should giggle like that. I don't know. I just will. It pleases me. I am pleased. All right. Are we happy with this? I can leave that running. And I think I'll just to make things. This is what it. No, that's what it looks like now. Hold on a second. I gotta stop this. Just so it's not like running and eating up memory or whatever it is that things do when they're running and they're not supposed to be. Are you on? Okay, good. And we'll just have that reset it just to make doubly sure. This is what the setup looked like previously, and it's... I mean, it's not super silly, but it is kind of silly. But it was easier for me to visualize it with each, like, quote-unquote frame of the animation locked off in its own chip. I mean, it's silly to do like this when when I could do it on a sequencer and have it all as one piece. What does your PtaER mean? No one would be searching for an acronym to find your content unless they have prior knowledge. I can't remember. It means playing to an empty room. Because that is the title of my channel. It's convenient. It is convenient, but then like the workarounds I had to do to get it to repeat animations was it was kind of silly. Like how I got, because like the way I have it set up is that because this frame of the animation doesn't change. Like this is the open eye, but I wanted to have the pupil sliding across from left to right, and I set it up on this so that it would loop through this like 4 times, and then this would turn it off. And it's like, I didn't need to do it like that. That was not really necessary for me to have it set up in this way. So it's like, superficially, it looks convenient, but then the other steps I have to do to make it do what it would naturally do as a sequencer are inconvenient. Hive says, well, that was rude. I tried to hit send and the channel's live notification popped up over the send button, and it took me to their channel. I hate that. That's crummy. This is something else I set up for the video. Got a nice little randomized star field here. Actually, I should show that off. I'm kind of surprised that we got that animation done so quickly, because like I was expecting that to take like the entire first hour. Just iOS things. Wait, iOS is Apple, right? That's the Apple stuff? Okay. I already recorded this bit, so... But I really, really liked how these stars turned out. Like, it's really cool. I super cheated on the whirlpool effect, like the void effect inside the heart. That's super cheating. That's like... If I wanted to be hardcore, I could have animated every single pixel. But that would be fucking silly. That would be way too much trouble. So what I did is I set them up as like 4 different slabs with 0% opacity tweakers on them. And it just cycles through the opacity tweakers. Because I only have so much patience. There's only so much I could do. But if we look at it, like they're all like this, and then it just, and these are all the same panel, but they're just rotated 45 degrees, so that it would kind of look like it's turning. But I kind of set it up wrong, so it doesn't really look like it's a swirling void, but. That was what I was shooting for. That was the goal. And then I've got my lovely jukebox. I don't know, did I send you this jukebox, Hive? I watched the Silent Hill game direct thing, and I'm very curious about the Silent Hill game by Umineko Higurashi guy. I saw some images from it, and it does look really neat. I love this jazzy little jukebox. I need to watch the transmission. Is that a group of like super spies who are all trans, and they're on a fuck. Like, they're on a mission to assassinate, I don't know, fucking Musk or somebody. Like, I didn't want to put mission in that sentence because it just gives the game away. Um, it's what they call the direct. Okay. Is it because because they always have a fucking radio in the game, and it bzzz at you like it's getting a bad transmission? I wonder if Nintendo has copyrighted the term direct. Probably not, but it would be very funny. Could could they? Like, it feels like that's too general a word, but I'm not a copyright lawyer in any way, shape, or form, so I that wouldn't be the one to ask. Check my DMs. I will do that. You've heard of the gay agenda. Now get ready for the transmission. Oh shit, we got a bot. I mean, comic book companies had copyrighted the term superhero before. Now here's the, like, this is an honest question. It feels like it might sound like a bullshit question, but it is an honest question. Prior to comic books, like, obviously the word hero existed, but did the word, like, did superhero exist as a phrase prior to comic books? And it feels like an absurd question, but it also feels like, well, but maybe? I know that sometimes Twitch hides bots. Decision-making nutshell? Oh, come on, that is not fair. That's a fantastic name. Bots shouldn't be able to get those names. The specific thing is you can copyright words, but it's copyright in specific, the specific use of that word. Okay. But you're a mod, you should be able to see the bot. You know what? That is true. Twitch, why are you fucking with Hive? You can trademark words. This is true. Sorry, my brain like just turned off for a hot second. I don't know about this song. Okay, I want to see, like, if we fudge around with the sliders, if we get a good song out of this. I don't know who Mark is, but I'll be trading him no words. Maybe Mark is a fae. Remember when King.com tried to trademark the word saga in relation to games? Really? Trademark and copyright are different things. This is true. All right, you know what? That's kind of jazzy. I can go with that. Trademark is best for branding and words or taglines. I think I'll just stick with this. And if it gets annoying, somebody tell me and I can change the lyrics. Also, before I forget, I feel like I haven't had a good chance to ask you, or else my memory is being crummy, but Des, is life treating you pretty okay recently? Are you doing pretty well? I'm hoping that the answer is yes, but I understand if it is not. Okay, you're all good. Well, that makes me really happy to hear. I wanted to make sure that wasn't Wasn't leaving you in the lurch, and the cold. As long as it's original and doesn't resemble or rip off anything else out there. Okay. They can't have people confusing old PS2 JRPGs for Candy Crush Saga now, can they? I mean, would they be assuming that Candy Crush Saga was suddenly a good game? I think I want these too deep. Too deep? Yeah. Uh, put put her butt to sleep? Something something? I don't know. I kind of sort of remember that song, but I don't really remember it very well. Let's see. We want, I think, don't be silly. You want this on like 25, right? No, clearly not. You want this on 45, right? Yes. Okay, that's a start. I don't know why I rotated it. Like, I didn't need to do that. That was just silliness on my part. I don't think these are even. I think I'm gonna get really close and find out that they are not even. Or I could be wrong. How do we want to do this? Disco, sometimes you just don't think. And by you, I mean me. We're gonna need that first. We're gonna want this to be slice Rooney. Kind of, but not entirely like Andy Rooney. We're gonna want to cut out most of... When in doubt, use the corner editor. I mean, you're not wrong. And by not wrong, I mean you are in fact entirely correct. Also, look at that stick drift. I'm not touching anything. It's just merrily rotating on its own. I wish it was not, honestly. Like, I need this to not be happening. I've got drift on one of my PS5 controllers, but luckily I have more. Like, how expensive are PS5 controllers? Because I feel like they must be just exorbitant. Yep, very. Had to for four-player co-op with kids and the husband. I mean, certainly fair enough. Like, it's super understandable, but also, God, that's just unfortunate. So, like, sometimes you just don't think. Wait, did the music just, like, fucking stop? Oh, is it because I got it paused? Oh, Moria! How you doing? What game are you playing? And you could not bother me. I don't think it would be possible for you to bother me because you are wonderful. I, Disco, you're just silly. Like sometimes you are just entirely silly. Wait, but do we want a glass the entire front of the window there? Hit a soft lock in Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know, my brain was insisting on saying Battleground. So I got annoyed and I started installing Outer Wilds. I am not wonderful, I am simply me. For better and or for worse. Like, do we want glass? Do we want to be able to see the occupant or not? Also, these are like way too big. Yeah, that works. Honestly, I almost feel like we don't want to see the occupant. I think it might be better if we don't. Because sometimes I might have these traveling in front of the screen. And that could cause problems. So let's try a version where it's not visible, and then I can always just like keep the pieces around if I want to try it with like a glass front. I don't think that's sized right. Wait, why is it? Oh, it is really okay. I get what you're saying now. Like, why is that such a big deal? But okay, yeah. Time does go fast. Steam sales are dangerous, although I got this one over Christmas, so I'm not spending more money just now. Steam sales are fucking dangerous, though. Oh, I was looking at, I've been looking at the sales on PS4. Speaking of sales, thinking about games that we can be doing in the future, and they had, time split, the time game that you're playing, they had it on the PS4 sale for this month. I don't know if I'm gonna pick it up because like you're doing the game as a stream right now anyways, and spinny times. I don't know necessarily like if I want to double over on streams, but it is cool to know that it is on PlayStation 4 if we ever want to do that. So, Time Spinner's a fun one to play on your own anyway. I did notice when you were doing it last night that, like, it felt like there's a lot of reading. And I don't know how that feels on your throat. Like, it's not an issue of listening to as an audience member, but as an actual streamer, like, reading out everything, and sometimes it just, for me, it gets a little bit exhausting. See, that's what, like, we've been making that mistake constantly. Teaching made me get used to a lot of talking. I mean, like, same here, and it still was a lot. I found, like, for certain games, I found it to be just an awful lot. I think how we want to do this so that the hinge actually works is we want to take care of one corner. And that wouldn't be visible because it's on... You know, that's a really good point. I hadn't considered how the voice the voice training would affect that, but that makes a lot of sense. Now hold on, your voice training gives you bubble blowing abilities? That doesn't seem fair. That seems like doubling up on superpowers. Some of it works, so you gotta go. Dennis, best of luck to you with the work. You're always welcome back anytime that you can come, but I dig that it might not be tonight. Bugger and Sin. Jedi Survivor's under $30. Is that good or bad? Hive? Like, should it be more expensive or should it be less? You could always play more DC Lego supervillains. I could. I don't know why I would. I feel like we got most of the fun that we needed out of that game. I don't know that we needed any more. I don't know if the game runs okay yet. Alright. I did anime-style training on strawfination. So now I can blow bubbles underwater, under a couple liters of water. That's a lot of water. I don't know if one woman should have that kind of power. And we're gonna want a wobble bolt. It freaked my voice trainer out a little. She hadn't heard of anyone trying it. Wait, isn't that what you're supposed to be doing? Isn't that like standard vocal training? Although I'm guessing, given the fact that you said it freaked your vocal trainer out, then maybe not. Maybe that's non-standard. Usually people use a glass of water, not a jug. Sounds like they're missing out. I downloaded Starfield using Modi's Game Pass, and I couldn't get past the tutorial. Wait, what is Starfield? Is that like a sci-fi Garfield? Is that a Jim Davis gem? Wait, were we talking about Starfield last night? Because now I feel like maybe we were, and I just totally forgot. Oh, yes! I mean, to be fair though, Hive, like, not that Bethesda needs anybody to be fair for them, but like, I forget actual important things. Starfield didn't have much of a chance. My PC is well above recommended specs, and it chugged so hard. What have they been feeding Starfield? That doesn't look right. But does it look wrong enough that I want to fuck around with it more? Okay, here's what we do. Here's how we sort this. Right? We'll just make ourselves a guide. I think it's funny yesterday that we did not inform DC that when the game got announced, Todd Howard did an event in a NASA jacket where he said Starfield is NASA punk! Fucking Todd Howard. Go home, Todd, you're drunk. Drunk and silly. Wow. Wow. What a fucking goober. New punk genre dropped. I mean, to be fair, vaguely fair to Todd Howard, which he does not deserve, but like, I feel like you go back to the 90s or early aughts, and there was like a new noun / adjective - punk coming out like every other fucking week. Tempted to ask you if the Stalker Legends of the Zone bundle is on sale in Japan. I have no idea. Do you want me to check? Because I could do that. Not did you ever buy and stream those games? Let me give it a quick check. Uh, what's it called? Stalker Legend of the Zone? It is on PlayStation 4. It is on sale. It's on sale for 4,200 yen? It's when you have a series about recruiting Nazi scientists to defeat communists. Wait, is that the Stalker Legends of the Zone? Because I would not like to play Operation Paperclip on stream. Oh, that's NASA Punk. Oh! I mean, I don't... Is defeating communist punk? I don't feel like that's punk. Alright, that's the... So we gotta start here. Now let's get, Actually, hold on a second. We want to think about how to run this. I don't think they'd be your style, but they are compelling. NASA Punk is when you do actual NASA stuff, like recruiting Nazis. I mean, you're not fair. You're not fair. You're not being unfair. NASA did definitely be doing that. Now, do we want like a claw grip? For all mankind at least knows that Nazis are bad. What is for all mankind? Is that more NASA Punk? Alt history space race stuff where Russians won and the US invests more into NASA to get over the embarrassment. Okay. It's alt history TV show by the guy who wrote a bunch of Star Trek DS9. Alright. And it knows that Nazis are bad, which is, you know, you wouldn't think that that should be such a big deal, but in this day and age, it do kind of be. Now this isn't going to actually do any moving in the set, so I don't need to make it honestly functional. Just want to give the impression of something that might be. There's a scene where Van Buren gets arrested for being a Nazi in America because the US government went, wait, you lost us the space race. Time to drop you so we don't look bad. God, if only though. If fucking only. Oh, Von Braun. I mean, we could also arrest Van Buren. Like, there's there's nothing to recommend that particular president. We could get rid of him. Martin Van Buren, you have failed us for the last fucking time. Prepare to die. It shouldn't be as funny as it is, but it is. He was a US president. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm sure he also deserves to be arrested and shot into space. I feel like that's an important thing to be doing here, too. Now, I am going to need to think about, like, how much of this do we actually see? In there. That's like super not what I want. Okay, so we need to do this a little bit differently. And we could just make that bigger. There are no presidents that should not be arrested. I can't think of any. Like, I'd have a hard time thinking of a president that doesn't deserve arrest. Alright, so let's try to think things through here, like a little bit earlier, so that we don't end up stitching ourselves together. This is not a Junji Ito story. It's not what we're going for. We don't end up stitching ourselves up later. This is probably not going to be the final camera placement, but just to get an idea. Cameras, they were right there. It was right fucking there. Take up that whole time. That's no good to us. So the idea is, like, we got this arm, and it's carrying pods. Are any other PS2 games on sale on PS4 at the moment? I saw Time Splitter's Future Perfect for $370, so I picked it up. Oh, I don't know. Let me take a quick peep. PS4, I think it would be PlayStation Classics. But I don't know if this is going to pull it up for the J side. And that's what I would need, is to get the J side one. Let's see, am I actually... Hold on, wait. Crash Catalog 遊ぶ名作ゲームおすすめガイド Let's go there and I've already got like PlayStation Plus. Oh, I'm not even signed in. Fuck, fuck off. Not right now, Sony. I just want to look at your fucking website. PS4 game? I don't know why. I mean, I do kind of know why, but like every fucking storefront has just gotten worse and harder to navigate, and I absolutely fucking hate it. I might need to check this out later, Hive. Just cause like their website just sucks so fucking bad. Like, why has it gotta be like this? Yeah, well, I'll peep this later. Some other time in the future. Like, as shitty as the PS3 console was, like the console storefront, like it actually had a navigable homepage, like on the actual internet site. But the way they've got it set up now is just it's so fucking goofy. It's like why did you do it like this? Can you actually buy the first two games, Sly games or not? I think I can. I want to check on the website just to see if I can't, like, um, if I can't find the collection, like with all three games on it. Um, but I think at the very least, I should be able to buy the first two. Alright, so I'm gonna have these, they're gonna move over, and I think we want it in this layer, so that it doesn't have to do too many layer changes. It'd move over, and then move back, and then move over, and then some of them would open up and drop body. Homefight Revolution is cheaper than the Time Splitters games. Womp fucking womp. Good job, Homefront devs. It's sad that they don't have 3. Sly 1 and 2 would be good for streams. Something else that I was looking at that I did notice was on sale recently. They've got the Chrono 1 and 2 uh, like bundle pack. And I know Auntie PT like loves Chrono and has spoken very highly of it. The Homefront Revolution devs were the Time Splitter devs. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, it doesn't make sense, like, why their game is doing so fucking poorly now, but it does make sense why you're bringing it up. We are at the 1 hour point. You are correct, and I am going to be taking my break in a hot second. I just want to see how this looks like with this particular material. Like, this is a really good material, and I like it an awful lot. One of the devs shoved Time Splitters 2 into Homefront the Revolution, and you can install a mod to play it. That's fucking hilarious. That's real goddamn funny. But, as Alice has mentioned, we are at the 1 hour point. So I am going to take that break and have me a nice big stretch, get myself some orange juice. I would enjoin all of you to perhaps get yourselves a little bit of whatever liquid beverage would make your body happiest. And I will be back in liquid beverage? Are there alternative forms? Oh, you're heading to bed. Then you sleep very well. Have very pleasant dreams, just entirely sweet dreams, and give your family and cats, who are also your family, a hug for me and let them know that I think they're wonderful. But I'll be right back. back, and welcome, Jilly. It is lovely to see you as always. Hope you're doing really well tonight. Um, so Alice, this homepage fucking sucks. I need to say again because it really needs to be said. This is like the worst fucking homepage they could possibly do. Uh, but I'm seeing the Sly Cooper 1 and 2, but I'm not seeing a listing for the games as a set, like 1, 2, and 3 all together as one set. I don't know why, aside from the fact that PlayStation sucks. I have no idea, like, why they won't let me just look at lists of fucking games and why it's got to be so difficult. But I guess that's just how they want to do it, and maybe folks be liking that? Doesn't make sense to me, but what do I know? PlayStation Store, it's awful. It's absolutely fucking awful. And there's no need for it to be as bad as it is. Let's see, we're gonna want... We need you to float. So there's that. We're not gonna want this wobbling around, so we're gonna need that. And that means that at least we should be able to turn all of this to be movable. Sweet. Okay, so that's not going to go anywhere. Why are you sinking? Like, you are supposed to be floating. I swear to God sometimes. Let's see, we need to do this so that it's not being weird. We will have a selector, and we'll use a number of followers. And this is just going to be... Do that, have a tag, and this is going to be home. That's weird. Why is there a star tag label? There shouldn't be. There are no tags in this current room. But whatever. Like, that's real weird. Don't know what's going on with that. Oh, these need to have, they need to be able to move up and down. And in and out. I think these will just move one. And one. And we'll set, let's see. These can be real narrow range. They do need to be blue. And this will move to 1. And this will move to 2. And we'll need 1 more, and that'll go to 3. Very tentative news, but on the genders ID stuff, it seems like 18th of next month I will finally get the name and gender change, and the guardianship thing, the disability services we're trying to impose, will get removed also, it seems. 18th of next month, I'm putting that on the calendar. That is a Friday. I don't know if you will be here because you might be in the midst of your move, but if you are here, I don't know what I can do that would be special for you, but I would like to do something that is special for you. It seems more real than the other times. I have every appendage crossed. Well, thank you. And you're a friend, and this is big, it's important, and it's finally a culmination of something that's been going on and hanging over your head for a really long time, and it ought to be celebrated. Is what I'm thinking. It's going to move to the right, and then when it gets to number 1, it's going to go back 1 layer, and then it'll continue moving to the right. And we'll probably want to have little, like, spacers in here, like a pause. I think we'll put those pauses here. So it's going to go to the right. So we're going to have the 2 spacers are going to be right here. Set this as a count upwards. There's probably an easier way to do this, but I don't do a lot of complex mover stuff, so like this is the easiest way that I can think of off the top of my dome. Alright, so let's see how that works. We need, let's get some sticker panel. Just keep this nice and simple. want that. It's gonna go over to 1, and then when it reaches 1, it'll go backwards. Right. Okay, cool. And then that would be, it would be off screen. Blue is 1. There's 2. And there's 3. Now, will this work? And if it doesn't, I have to figure out a different way to do this. These are going to all need to have a much wider range, I think. So I just make it infinite, because why not? So it moves over. And why don't you go back? Because it's already there. Okay. Okay, so that's gonna have to be different. We're not gonna use a mover there. We'll use instead, we'll not use a follower, we'll use a mover instead. Move in once, and we'll do it at the speed of 1. So it pauses for a sec. That's not how we wanted that to work. Moves over. Huh. That doesn't... It's not doing what I want it to do. I wonder if I could... I wonder if I could do this differently. Like... How would I get the thing that I want to have happen? Like, I feel like if it's on a dowel... My niece is going to UWM. Oh, I think you mentioned this when you were in town. Came over last night for dinner, asked to hang out. It was really cool. That sounds really nice. Is she, like, getting settled in? Feels comfortable? In the UWs of M's? Oh, it's Kronos! How you doing? Lovely to see you. Hope you're well. She's doing very well. That is wonderful to hear. We love to hear it. Hmm. I feel like there's got to be a way to get the effect that I want. I just don't know what it is. Kronos, if you had an object that just by happenstance looked like this object, and you wanted it to move to the right, and then when it reaches a point, it moves directly back one layer, and then once it's reached that layer, it continues moving on to the right. How would you do that? And the object needs to be emitted because there's going to be a number of them, like, it's going to be happening, like, multiple on screen at the same time. So I can't be using things like mechanisms. So it goes a straight path, then back, then it keeps going. Yes. Like, so it's gonna move right, pause for a moment, move back, pause for a moment, move right. See, that's what I did! And it didn't do what I needed it to do! Sure. Let me set up the tags again. Oh, you know what? You know what might help with this? Is if it didn't have any speed except going in and out. That might help out a bit. Alright, let me get my, Alright, so it moves forward. It moves to the right, that is. Yo, why do you keep going? Where are you going? Why didn't you move back? But shouldn't the in and out speed, like, handle that? So see, it's not going backwards. It hit this tag and it should be moving back to here. What's both the tag sensor and follower range? Tag sensor is relatively narrow. Follower range is really, really wide. Is that the issue, you think? Infinite range messes with it. Okay. I watched a live action crying Freeman film with Alessia yesterday and it was surprisingly good. No shit. Do you think, Kronos, should I also use a mover? Like an in-out mover? You know, I wonder if... Would it just be better... Like, if I use the sequencer and movers... At a glance, I can tell already that there are a million things you could easily get mistaken. Everything looks the same. I mean, it does, though. You're not wrong about that. Alessia! How you doing? The only film me and Alessia haven't seen by the director now is the SH live-action film and his sequel adapting to that's coming out this year. Wait, when you say SH, do you mean Silent Hill? For one, I just noticed you use 1 and 2 and 3. Just use 1 and cycle through colors. I mean, yeah. You haven't seen the live-action Silent Hill? It's Gons. I'm really glad to hear it. It's wonderful to see you. I have a fondness um for the live action Silent Hill. I know it's got some fairly significant issues, but I like it mostly until it gets to the info dump, and then it just really shits the bed. Like it's super duper shits the bed. Um, I just wanted to make sure that it would pause before it starts its journey again. I love that Alice writes it Gons, even though it's Gons. He's called Goose in German. Was he also in Top Gun? Is that his most famous role? Wait, there was a Goose in Top Gun, wasn't there? Wait. I watched Top Gun 2 in cinemas with my dad. It was fine. Strictly okay. It was aggressively fine. I say drop the timer and instead switch it with a tag sensor that detects alternate source. This way you can freely tweak the length at which it holds. Detects a tag sensor. Swap it with a tag sensor that detects an alternate source. Huh. I suppose. That feels like it's getting fairly complex, though. I mean, is it any less complex than I'm doing, though? Let's take out these just right now and see if that helps any. It's less that... Honestly, it's more that I'm just having trouble, like, visualizing in my mind. I get what you mean, but I can't put the image up in my head. See, but it still doesn't move backwards. Like, it switched to that tag sensor, but it's not going back to the follower. Is it because it already thinks that it's following the tag? Because it can detect it? Hmm. I'm gonna fiddle around with something, an alternate way to do it. How I did it for my enemies in tower defense is basically the same, but I also had it come into contact with a specific tag that cycles the selector. Hmm. That's an interesting way to do it. Like using an impact sensor instead of actually, I kind of like that. Like that would mean at least that I wouldn't be dealing with like the tag sensors, because tag sensors are like notoriously a pain in the ass. Basically, yes, but have to have it. You'd have to put it just a bit further than the intended path to get what you want, because as soon as it touches it, it triggers it, right? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So not at the turn, but at the edge of the path. Sorry about that. Another note, I gotta say that 5 a.m. might historically be the worst time for these streams to start for me. Oh no! Kronos, I'm sorry. Top Gun Dude is very funny and that's imperialism propaganda, but they make up an extremely generic enemy nation that has like no traits or anything besides being notably, maybe Iran coded. It's too late to be early, but not far enough in the morning to be considered morning. I'm so sorry, Alessia. I very much understand the feeling, though. How about LBP Fighters? I mean, well, there is the PlayStation All-Stars. That's a thing that exists. Get really into PlayStation All-Stars. I mean, you've got, you do have folks playing LBP over emulator. Honestly, I'm not sure what the hell you did to this poor thing. It's definitely not meant to be this much of a headache. I mean, it's really not. See, unfortunately, though, on the PS4, it no longer, look at it drift down. I hate that so much. Oh, it's because it doesn't have any more, it's not going over anymore. The servers aren't up on PS4 anymore. You know, hold on a second. Why, Kronos, why am I fucking with followers in the first place? Why not just cycle through movers? Like, if I know it's gonna go on a straight flat path, then I don't need to do followers for that. I could just go with your idea of like impact sensor cycling through the selector. I like that the top three guys in All-Star Kratos plus two different versions of the infamous guy. Top tier white guys. I heard that Cronus used to say that Cat, before Cat got nerfed, Cat was like just completely ugly in PlayStation All Stars. Kratos is super easy to use, so I made my mission to punish Kratos players in every way imaginable. Apparently, Parappa the Rapper's restaurant character, did they put... Did they ever put, Lumberjammy in PlayStation All Stars? No? They have neither taste nor decency. There's like two women in the game. It's Cat and who else? Is it the... Are we counting Little Sister? Is Little Sister in the game as a playable character? I know Big Daddy's in there. You have Cat, the fat princess. Oh wow. Oh wow, oh gee. They did, and at the tail end of the game's lifespan, they put out a nerf patch so severe it killed literally all my combos and all of my characters. I wonder if there's a way to avoid that nerf patch if you're playing through piratical means. I was trying to think of a euphemism, and I just could not do it. If you're playing on a jailbroken PS3, I wonder if you can avoid that patch. If I had to pick out a bad character, I'd say it was Sir Daniel. Poor guy can't hold his own. Sir Daniel is the medieval guy, the skeleton head dude. Playing it the Bay way. Is it like Michael Bay, where you like throw it at something and it explodes? I specialize in literally every character, so I know. Oh shit, what'd I miss? This is when Sony was getting prestige mode, but before they went full on, so the cast is like 80% sad white guys and 20% colorful cartoon characters. Which is like, it's so weird that they would do it that way, 'cause it's like... You're doing a Smash clone. Why would you not just make it way more on a... At the very least, like a 50-50? I was thinking the website that calls itself Bay. I mean, I figured that's what you were going for. I'm not completely gormless. I'm only mostly gormless. Dante's in the game, but it's... Oh my god, it's Fight Club Dante? That's so sad. Fucking wishes he was Brad Pitt Dante. Super duper I'm not gay vibes Dante. Super duper no homo Dante. They couldn't get the real Dante, they were only allowed to get the reboot. Womp fucking womp. They've had problems getting actual characters people actually wanted. I wonder why it was such a difficulty. The game plays well, but everything else about it is deeply embarrassing. Who would be in your dream? It's got to be PS3 era. But who would be your dream roster for All Stars? They couldn't get any Final Fantasy characters because SC wasn't confident in a new studio could do them justice. Superbot was the dev for All Stars. Okay. Oh wait, which one are you talking about? Oh, DMC reboot. Fair enough, fair enough. Now, why does it move back diagonally? See, that's what I don't... It's... Okay, I think I get why it's doing that. Lara Croft was also off the table because this was during the games, the remakes, and Crystal Dynamic didn't want to confuse people with the old Lara. Wait, it was during the remakes. I thought those are way more recent though, aren't they? I've seen people complain about the new Netflix DMC show. While I'm not the biggest fan of the Castlevania animated show guy, it's still less embarrassing than the reboot game. The reboot game's like pretty fucking awful. Also, famously has Dante, like, kill a pregnant woman, so... First remake was around 2013. Huh. Reboot's only saving grace is that it has a good combo system. See, that's the part of those games that I'm always the most shit at, so... I don't know if I would appreciate that. I mean, it's just a simple truth. Like, I'm real bad at any kind of like flashy or finesse games, like gameplay. I'm awful at it. Oh, Supums! Lovely to see you. Hope you're well. This is the Muppet Kit one, but with just like the drums and the bass. PS All Stars is peak though because it confirms that Big Enough Loco Roco is able to defeat a Metal Gear Ray from Rising. Fair enough. I think that's something that ought to happen. Yes. Sounds real cool. Some of these interactive music tracks are really hiding some bangers. Like, you've got to play around with them, but yeah, you can definitely put together some decent music with these. Why? Like, this should not be as fucking difficult as it is. Why is this being so hard? It loses points because of all the IPs it combines with. LB stage had to be fucking Buzz. What, like Buzz Lightyear? Buzz is a quiz game franchise. Okay. Kind of a weird flex, but sure, I suppose. Alright, that kind of worked-ish. It's kind of ugly, though. Maybe I don't need this second one. The Sly Cooper stage was cool, though. It had the negativity on sucking things up. That sounds really cool. The soundtrack of the DMC reboot is not bad. Does it have Last Resort on it? It even had the black hole arcade machine from the LBP2 boss fight in the background. Excellent attention to detail. That is actually really good attention to detail. See, I don't think it actually touches that, though. Unless maybe if I did something real wacky. Wait, they got Comic Rise to compose the reboot. This is, I'm assuming from your tone, this is not a good thing. World's most random fun fact, but the Buzz area in PlayStation Home is like pseudo ray tracing. That's wild. Game, why you gotta be giving me Ajita? Is what I want to know. I didn't ask for Ajita, and yet here you are, just fucking giving it to me. Soundtrack is one of the few things I like about the game. Oh, 2 hours, no shit, what the fuck? I don't know when that happened. Alright, let me see if this works, and then if it doesn't, I'm just gonna do a different thing for a sec. Oh, you fucking fuck. I'll fix your little red wagon. I did not, in fact, fix your little red wagon. What the fuck? Why you gotta be like this, game? Why you gotta be like this? What is your fucking malfunction? That's not how that works. Kronos, you'll be happy to know that I've only got one more page of B-roll to chop and edit, and then I can finally start to get, like, this goddamn video finished. It should be done tomorrow night. There you go. That's it's a light promise. But it is a promise nonetheless. Okay. Okay, I think... Oh, please, I do not need the stick drift now. Like, honestly, just do not, please, with me. I can't tell if anything's ever straight up and down. Did you watch it? I've watched some, but not all of it. I'll be 100% honest. I have been, unfortunately, like, just juggling a ton of stuff. Okay. Alright. I need you to work so that I can take my break. What is your beef with me, game? Why are you like this? Game? I don't want to say put a lot of thought into it, but it did take a few hours tops. Then I will definitely watch through it. Did you have any tower trial in that playlist? Because so far I've just been watching the videos that you shared directly with me on the Discord. But let me Oh no, God, no. No. It's too late in the game cuz I was just going to I was going to farm footage for B-roll from that. With your permission, of course. But it's too late to do it. Cuz I want to have this done by tomorrow night. And I don't want to put that on you to do. But it is 2 hours. So I am going to take a pause here. I'm going to have my stretch. I'm going to have my orange juice. And I will ask all of you to please have whatever drinks and or sandwiches that you need to take care of yourselves. And I will be back in relatively quickly. All right, I am back. Now the big question, Alice, are there any tracks from Comic Christ in the Vampire the Masquerade TV show? That's the question that's on all the kids' minds. Gonna stop playing Planet Coaster for the night and get tucked into bed. Hidunda, it was lovely seeing you. I hope that you have a wonderful night. Sleeping? I guess that was maybe a weird thing to say, but the show is shit. Like, it's not even mid. That show is garbage. Holly, it was lovely having you in as well. I hope that both of you sleep very well. I hope that you have wonderful and very pleasant dreams. And we look forward to seeing you the next time that we see you. It's no Vampire Night. The classic Canadian vampire cop show? I haven't watched any of the Scaredy Cats video on that because I just find them incredibly tiresome. Oh yeah. Nick Knight is a vampire cop in Chicago where he takes a bite out of crime. It's not a very good show. Well, if you're interested in learning more about Forever Night, Scaredy Cats is doing an entire series on the second season, and I'm sure that it will have everything that you need and more. Also, shaking my head, it's Chicago? It's Toronto? Wait. Did I say Chicago? Unless it's like not available anymore, I always prefer to just watch it than have a YouTuber explain to me. That's super fair. Why are you moving backwards? You ain't gotta move backwards. Did I say Chicago? Then that was me being goofy. It is Toronto. He is Canadian. Well, I mean, one of the most famous Vampire the Masquerade supplements is, in fact, Chicago by Night, so it would be keeping in tradition. Alright, it kind of works. And that's the important thing. It's ugly and it's clutchy, but it does what I needed it to do. bring you over here, and let's just see what it looks like with... Oh, you're already on 2? Nice, perfect. Let's see what it looks like with the camera on. Hello? There you are. So it comes through, and it moves back, and then it comes through. Cool. Erasing Canadians. What have they done for us recently? The Canadians? I mean, besides being a thorn in the side of the United States, which I always support. Fair enough and granted, but... Okay, good. Stop moving. I was a little bit worried about that. And let's, I knew that was gonna fucking happen, and I did it anyways. Sweet. Now, what we want... Let's make sure that the door still works. Okay, good. That still works. And we want it so that, like, it may or may not drop a corpse. So we're gonna need a couple of sack things. And they're gonna need animation tweakers so that they stay pointed down. Imagine LBP with ragdoll physics. I would rather not. Honestly, I stopped watching Scaredy Cats because while I think they're fine, their taste in horror is different than mine, and they were being somewhat annoying about certain things. Like, that's super fair. I haven't been watching a ton of Scaredy Cats or Thought Slime. Either of them recently. Like, I watched the last Thoughts on video, and it was just like... It was very mid. It felt very mid. Apparently a whole bunch of Canada's been getting really nationalistic over the whole US situation. I see a lot of randos in Blue Sky Discover saying shit like, oh well, the US could never compare to Canada anyways, buy Canadian. They've always been like that. It's like the console war, but countries instead of consoles. I hate that, but it's yeah, kinda. Honestly. feels like it's gone 200% more common and weirder than usual. I mean, we are in very weird times, though. Where's the zombie skin? It is appropriately titled Zombie Skin. Okay, that works for me. What? Just make them float. Just go like just make them float. It'll be so much easier for what you're trying to do. Why are you still falling? I forget if it... I think it's still possible to get in LBP3, but I forget, like, the particular methods to do it. Where are... I know what I want, but I don't remember what it's called. There we are, pipe hole. Why are you like that? That's not what you're not supposed to be like that. Game, why do you have to make everything so fucking difficult? Oh, you know what I should do? Okay, I know how I'm fucking this up. You need glasses. Here, just sit on this jerk for a second. You need the fly glasses because they're really easy to stick things on. Honestly, I just leave the fly glasses. They look fantastic. Oh, Jelly Beans, you have a wonderful day at work. You keep yourself safe out there in the weirdness. Watch out for any rampaging assholes. Sweet. Those look kind of like VR glasses. Sure. Yeah, that works for me. Picturing a rampaging asshole is harrowing. It kind of is. So you be careful. You don't want to run into that. That's the whole problem. That would suck. Actually, no, like the DVI ports are probably better. Oh yeah. I'm very smart. Not in this lifetime, I'm not. We'll try another go. We'll see if it works out better next time. So now we want an impact sensor. we need you. And you're gonna be electrocution. Sweet. Oh, that's fantastic. It's so ugly. And then you will explode. Or melt. I think you'll melt. We'll make the sack thing explode. The sack bot? Cool. Alright, so see if it drops. Over something solid, and it actually lands on it. It'll go into its theatrics. Okay, that's not quite how we wanted that to work. Fudge. Fudge, 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 fudge. What we could do is we could turn off physics. And I think Splat's not doing it for us. Like, maybe dissolve? Oh, that's a little bit too much. just a bit too much. Fudge. How do we do that? Because I don't want it to fall through the floor, but I need the hitbox to fall a little bit. Oh! No. See, but then it's still floating there. I do think it's funny in Blue Sky when the resist liberal grifters get into fights with Canadian nationalist liberals. I mean, it's very Godzilla let them fight coded. Where is your hitbox? Maybe if I just, like... Oh, no. Silly goober. Maybe if I set this normal... Like, as much as I'd like it flopping on the ground, I think that the way that the sack thing's hitbox is, I don't think it'll do it the way we need it to. So it might be better just like to not make it as difficult as I'm doing. That was certainly weird. Oh, because it's trying to navigate both of them at the same time. You can't be on when this is on, because it's trying to blend the animations. Oh. I suppose I could just make that battery 0%. So if we have that turned off, maybe we can play around with this again. No, it floats. Okay. Why do you kind of float in the air though, is what I don't get. I mean, I guess it's fine that it does, but and we don't really need a death animation. We don't need a destroyer because we could just kill it with the death tweaker. Yeah. Okay, so that didn't do what I thought it was gonna do. I probably have the setting on this wrong. Kills owner. Sweet. It's better. What happens if we kill with none? That sucks. Drowning? There are so many ways to murder these damn things. No, I didn't like that one. That's not so good. And it's got the sound effect, and that really sucks. That's weirdly that kind of works. We could fuck with that. Okay, so how do we set this up? I found it amusing that it's not just gas, it's horrible gas. I mean it is though. It's pretty awful. You wouldn't want to be in that. Bring all this over here so I can just copy it. Sad thing in the terrible, horrible, no good, very bad gas. sensor will use a tag, and we'll just have destroy. Destroy is keep it simple. Just go. You always use red destroy tags for destroy, and that's gonna work. Because that way I could set it up so if it falls over solid ground, it'll do that. But if it falls over like fire, I can have it explode. Because it would be funny if it exploded. Where be my destroyer? Hello? Destroyer? There you are. Sweet. All right. And what do we want to get these saved because they're gonna go away real quick. As soon as I take it off of pause, they're gonna blow up. So do I have this set up the way that I want it? Got the destroy. Got the destroy. Okay, cool, cool. Need a pair of emitters. Well, I could set up the first one at least, and then just copy it. To immediately, it's a lifetime of forevers. Doesn't really matter either of those. Crap, I can't tell how far away you are. There we go. Weirdo, don't do that. Cool beans. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna need an OR gate down here. Oh, we don't even need it. We do need an OR gate, but we don't need it here. Because I got a better place for that. Do I? I do not. Alright, we're just gonna test this before putting in the randomizer. Cool. They both died. Good to know. Alright, so it works on that one. And will it work on this one? Nice. Alright. So that, the basics of that are functional. So what we want is... We'll have to do sound design later. I don't really feel like doing it right now. And then whether or not this will actually trigger will be itself random. So how do I want to determine that? It's very funny how don't drink beer or wine, but the one adult aimed drink I'm sicko for is coffee. I mean, I guess it's slightly better than boozing up. It tastes less bitter than me than beer or wine. That's interesting. Because coffee is kind of famously a bitter drink. Guess my taste buds are weird, but wine and beer always taste too bitter. That's like, it's super fair. I never found beer to be a particularly bitter drink. But like really dry wine, yeah. Here. I do not understand how anyone genuinely likes beer, to be honest. It tastes like poorly maintained men's toilet smells. I mean, I don't know. Like, I had beers that I liked, but I also was very much drinking for the purpose of being drunk. So, like, I don't know if that hadn't been my aim, I don't know if I would have found beers that I liked, if that makes sense. They have Keaton puts out a fall beer that I particularly enjoyed though. I've heard that occasionally. I think I had beer. I've had beer once, and I think I'm good with never drinking it again. That's super fair, and I would not push you into drinking it. In Brazil, there's a very popular thing where they do non-alcoholic kids beers things. I like those better than actual beer because it's basically just soda. We do have Codable Nobita here. I've never had it before, but I would imagine it's kind of in the same vein. So, oh, fudge. Hold on. This can't be here. This has got to be up here. So like when this spawns, it'll start the randomizer, and then when the randomizer actually gets the timer filled, it'll lock that off. I prefer my alcohol to have a fruity taste, if that makes sense. Yeah, I think that makes fair enough sense. So there should be only one shot at this working. It's got a 1 in 6 chance of actually dumping a body. So for most of these that are emitted, they're not going to do anything. Like they're not going to trigger. But every now and then, we'll get a body to drop. I do like pear cider or vodka soda with some ridiculous flavor like Lamington attached to it, because basically it's just soda with alcohol content. What is Lamington? I don't know what that is. Aussie cake snack. Okay. If you ever had a hedgehog slice, it's sort of familiar. I have absolutely no idea what a hedgehog slice is, so you're not really making your case here. Oh, you don't have to do all this. I know. I have failed. A hedgehog slice is basically, I just want to describe that with a marbled biscuit bottom. Have you at least tried Vegemite? I have. I've had Vegemite. I don't remember how I felt about it, but I have had it. I think I put it on toast. Because Vegemite is a spread. Like, it's not... You're not supposed to just, like, straight up eat that shit. Like, that would be like eating mayonnaise out of the fucking jar. Like, what? Who does that? Apparently. That's real sicko stuff. But like, I mean, it's clearly a spread though. Wait, but like, you don't... Hold on. Who is eating like straight up spoonfuls of peanut butter? Because that is also a fucking spread. That goes on things. I do not doubt that it happens. But I've never seen or heard someone do it. Like that is just wild behavior to me. That feels like someone who's never encountered food before. All right, I think we've got our chamber. That works. Um, that took like way longer than it should have done, but this is the way it works out sometimes. Now, what kind of floor do we want? What about the thing I do where I just drink a bowl of soup? Never encountered food before. What part of American are you not getting here? But we got. I mean, yeah. First off, drinking soup is super valid. There's nothing wrong with that, unless it's like it. If it's a really really thick soup, and I think that would just be because of the difficulty of actually getting it down. Um, but otherwise, no. Yeah, like drinking soup, that makes sense. Um, but we do have like food and food culture in the United States. Like it's not all trash. Now, granted, our food culture generally comes from other fucking places, but it still exists. What would be good flooring? Barbed wire? No. 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 See, I don't know about, like, the chrome tech panel's nice, but I don't like the color. And it takes stickers really poorly, which we discovered last week, so I don't need to belabor that point. It doesn't stop someone from the Joker, suburbs from being the food Joker. No, you're 100% right on that. Like, yeah, there's a lot of people who just do real fucking silly shit with food, but it is like definitionally really silly shit. Like, it's not normal. It's not normal people shit. I don't think I like that. I mean, the old metal's kind of fine. I the oh fuck, I hate just, I I I hate that so fucking much because that is just absolutely foolish behavior. That's like willfully foolish behavior. Like, did these people growing up, did their mothers never tell them like raw food will fuck your shit up? Because I learned that at a pretty early age. I didn't need a lot of schooling on that. Like, that was just well known knowledge. Like, you wouldn't eat a big thing of like raw chicken. That would be a problem. Like, raw milk is just absurd. I guess we've got like measles going around as well now, which again is just oh fuck. It's always the government when they're saying something that they don't want to fucking hear. They're fine with the government when like government's fucking with people they don't like. They're okay with that shit. Pasteurized milk is filled with CIA trans hormones. Big pharma meds turn you into a woke liberal. I am actually furious at this that this entire thing has become a thing. It is so absolutely aggravatingly senseless. Like I dig and I get like the culture war shit, and they don't like queer folks, they hate trans folks, they hate anybody who is not white and quite conservative. Like I get that shit. I don't like it, but I get it. Like the picking the sides and you got to stick with your side and all that shit. I get that, but this is like super basic. Everybody ought to know this shit. And this was absolutely non-controversial for the most part. Like there were still some pockets of people who thought like fluoride was a communist plot, and I there I'm sure we're anti-vax people when I was young, but like for the most part, like it was just like, yeah, you get your kids vaccinated. Like that is just completely normal thing to do. If there was trans hormones in milk, we wouldn't even be having issues with the HRT. Oh my god, I would be drinking so much more milk than I already do. The funny thing about that is that there was like a whole thing for like a hot minute in the mid early aughts where like there was this big thing about like, oh, those Japanese people are so weird, the girls in Japan lick doorknobs. And the whole thing was like one of these Friday magazines, like one of the tabloid magazines, like ran a photo spread of that as a fucking joke. It was completely understood here in Japan that it was just a joke. And it got picked up by like foreign bloggers and shit. And it was like, oh, did you hear about those wacky Japanese people that are licking doorknobs? It was never a thing that happened. And then they go around during the pandemic, they're licking fucking toilet seats. I think raw milk is also being sold in an apolitical way to a lot of people who don't know better as being more pure than pasteurized, which gets people tricked. I know that you're probably right, but it is so deeply, frustratingly, agonizingly aggravating. There's people who say, you see, as a kid in a farm, I drink pasteurized milk when no, I drink raw milk when no, you drink pasteurized milk. It's genuinely like their fucking weird ass smug disrespect for the government and for non-white cishet people overrides their higher functions. Well, it's like it's the thing is like it's disrespect for the government on a very, like, case-by-case basis. Like, they disrespect the government when the government's saying something they don't want to hear. I can't... What do you look like? Like, I like that tarnished metal. I just need to think of, like, where I'm going with it. I didn't mean to get really testy. I did, in fact, get really testy, but, like, it is something that makes me feel very testy. That's not the fault of anybody here. It's, like, just the way it is. It's just the way it is. I fucking hate it. Next week is going to be random stuff. We're not starting a new game until April. And I think the new game is going to be Ape Escape. I would like to, and Kronos, I know your schedule is kind of difficult to parse because of the whole, whatchamacallit? The whatchamacallit. Oh God, please go fucking work with me here. Daylight savings, the timing of everything, but if we could work out a day when you know that you'll be here, because I would like to try to get the true ending for Eve, and I think that it would be helpful if you were here for that. Ape Escape 2 is going to be the April game. I had a lovely night. I know it got a little bit hot at the very end, but like I did have a wonderful night. It's always a delight being with all y'all. I mean, I could try as early as next stream, but apparently I'm always asleep around 4 a.m. So, well, we'll work something out. Like, it doesn't have to be. We don't have to do it right now, and we can always do it in the backstage as well. But would like to try. I would like to do that, and I think it would be really. It would make it a lot easier if you were here. God, I hate stick drift so much. Please stop fucking with me. Now I'm just going to wrap up this little bit of building, and then I am going to put a ribbon on the stream. Well, thank you, Alice. And we will be catching those apes. The apes. My apes! They stole my apes! Seth Green voice? I can't do like a Seth Green voice. I don't know what he sounds like. I have zero image in my head of Seth Green. Oh, forever think it's funny, the NFT crypto has hate AI. Oh, because like AI is all built on stealing. And those NFT, they gotta make sure that their apes are absolutely unique. I mean, I know this Seth from Buffy, the kid who played Oz. He was Seth something. Wait, was that wasn't Seth Green, was it? was the Buffy kid's name? Was that Seth Green? Yay! Go me! Well, then I do have a pretty good idea what Seth Green sounds like. He sounds like a stoner kid from Idle Hands. I bet you thought I was gonna say Buffy, but I did not. Oh, no shit? I didn't know that. That's pretty funny. And also, Kronos, I completely missed this when you said it earlier, but we ruinated Ruiner. The final two bosses, like the final sections of Ruiner were like absurdly easy. He's co-creator of Robot Chicken. No shit. Learning a new thing every fucking day. Oh, I didn't make a background for. Yeah, I'll have to do that when I'm doing the VOD stuff. Are all these Seths fucking friends? Is that how that works? Are they all chums? It's like the Dark Council of Seths? Shit. Okay, that's... because I gotta work on that later, so I need to remember that that's where that is. Alright, I have had... Seth Green is also the evil... that part I remember. I do remember that bit. New derogatory nickname for Adult Swim? Have they earned it? Is that an earned nickname? But I've had a lovely evening tonight, as I was in fine fettle and high spirits, which is always nice. I don't know why that little arm thing that we were working on was as difficult as it was. It didn't need to be, but it certainly was. But that's okay. It happens. Thank you for being here, Alice. Like, stream isn't just me. It's a team effort. It wouldn't be nearly as enjoyable if I was just sitting here talking to myself. It's all y'all. Um, but I do need to put the ribbon on because I do have work tomorrow. Next week is going to be random stuff, and maybe if we get it to work out, an Ebe. Anything else? Ape Escape's coming. Ape Escape 2 is coming up in April. That'll be our April game, or an April game, because it's probably not going to be super long. We wouldn't show up if you weren't cool all by yourself. I don't know. Y'all drag it out of me. I wouldn't always like this. This is the auspices of your grace. But that's true though. That's the truth. Um, I, I, I will ask you all, as I always do, to, I mean, by force, yes. That's also a thing. I will ask you, as I always do, to please be taking care of yourselves out there in the meat space. Make sure that you're getting all of the hydration and electric eels that you need, especially all y'all that are down there in the southern hemisphere. Because it's probably still a little bit toasty. Soupum. Yeah, I don't think Moria is still around, and I know that Holly's gone to bed and Hive have gone to bed, and Hidunda's gone to bed, so it might just be you. So make sure you're getting those eels. and the hydration. Try to get in at least one meal a day, even if it's kind of trashy, as long as it's food. I hope you get more than one meal, and I hope that some of it is not trashy. But, you know, I've been there. I'm not going to get on your case, but you got to eat something. Got to eat at least one thing. If you got medications, try to take those medications as close to schedule as your situation allows. But above all and overall, please remember that you are important. You've got value. You got folks out there who love you, who are rooting for you, want you to have your best life. They want you to be safe and happy. And I'm one of those folks, but I'm only one of those folks. Oh my God, called! Thank you for dropping in. Even if it was right at the very end, thank you for being here. But I am only one of those folks. I am sure there are many more, but I gotta go. So for me, Disco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you. Arigato, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.